Okay, guys, that leaves us with the Steelers. So, Tim, come right back. Get us started. What's their biggest need this offseason?
Well, I think you have to address the quarterback position. And so, I think all the talk about Matthew Stafford, who I think would be a great fit, is fine. But you also have to make sure you get him. And so what I would say is, listen, if Russell Wilson was your guy, you basically chose him over Fields a year ago. Like, that was the bed you made. Stick with it. See if you can continue to build on it with Russ. I think another year, maybe healthy to start the season. Those types of things may bode, a little bit better for you and how your offense performs.
I'm going offensive line generally. They have invested a lot in this position group in the draft, and I do believe that they have some hits. Zach Frazier, Mason McCormick. Troy Fautanu didn't really play last year because of his injury. Dan Moore Jr. is leaving. Broderick Jones needs a lot of development. It's a really young group, and my feeling is that they could add some veteran depth at either guard or tackle, frankly, because this was an issue last year, both in pass protection and run blocking. It was a big part of why this Steelers run game was not very efficient for much of the season.
I believe that both of you make amazing points, but also, too, whoever you are, wherever you are, however the roster is constructed, when the playoffs get here, show up to the damn stadium. I'm not saying you're supposed to go out and beat the Baltimore Ravens because they were clearly the better team. But when you walk into the stadium, please walk in there like you want to play. If you're playing linebacker, if you're playing defensive line, if you're playing safety, show up like you want to tackle. If you're outside and you're covering, lock down those receivers. If you're supposed to be protecting Russell Wilson, then damn protect him. This is supposed to be one of the most prepared teams in all of football. And for the last decade or so, when they show up in the playoffs, they might as well stay their butts at home. Pittsburgh Steelers are about winning Lombardi trophies, and you can't win those if you can't win a single playoff game.
Yeah, and listen, RC bring up a good point. That's why, listen, in some ways, what they did at quarterback, where it's going in the future, I think ends up being a big factor in this. So they expect to win. They should win. Mike Tomlin should expect to win. I think in order to show up in the playoffs, too, you need to make sure that you've got a roster that can compete in the playoffs.
Yeah,
well, I think that brings us to kind of where we started at the beginning of the show, right? Which is, do any of us really believe this team can get over that hump with the options available to them at quarterback? That's why I said they need to be on the phone about Matthew Stafford, because I just don't see many options for them, either in free agency or the draft this year at the quarterback position. And unfortunately, if they can't upgrade, I feel like the result, even if they improve elsewhere, is going to be pretty similar.
Mina, I think you had that exactly right. And the one difference between the old Steelers and the new Steelers is general manager Omar Khan. He was as aggressive last offseason as we've ever seen the Pittsburgh Steelers. And if Matthew Stafford is your guy, you have to go make that happen by any means necessary, because we've seen no matter how great you coach, no matter how great you defend, if you don't have a quarterback in the AFC, you can't compete for a championship.
All right, guys.
How's it going, everybody? Villa Sports Network here. Just want to thank you guys for your support on the channel. Thank you guys for watching the video. Hope you all enjoyed it. Also want to kind of remind you to don't forget to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment on the video if you like as well. But regardless of the fact, thank you again for your support, and hope to see you on the next video.